All right, everybody, on behalf of Southeast Title, I want to welcome you guys to using Facebook favorites to stay in front of your leads and prospects. Today, we're going to talk about real quick, one of the best tools that Facebook has to offer that no one uses. So we're going to talk about why Facebook is still the favorite, what Facebook favorites actually are, how to use them, and then some tips and tricks. And then we will wrap up. So nice, quick, and easy one today, but something very actionable to be able to go out there and use right off the bat that will make a big difference in your social media using almost instantly. And I'm happy you guys are here to get rolling. So Facebook favorites. Why is Facebook still the favorite? What are the reasons behind Facebook still being at the top, and what are the stats? What do they look like? Facebook still sits at number one in all the social medias with 2.91 billion monthly active users. So almost a third of the world is on Facebook every single month, which still leads the pack over all other social media channels. 77% of all internet users have a Facebook account. So more than 3/4 of people that have internet are on Facebook. Facebook also is the top social network of the 35 to 44 crowd, which is great for us in real estate because those are the people that are usually buying a second home, a move up home. They're really maturing in their relationships, their careers, their life path is kind of coming together at that 35 to 44 crowd. And that's when we want to make sure we are in front of them, because those are the people that are going to do some better transactions with us as realtors. Now, users are spending an average of 33 minutes a day on Facebook, which is more time than any other social media platform. The total stat is that people are on the internet on average 2 hours and 6 minutes a day. So about a quarter of that being spent on Facebook, which is higher than anything else. And 53% of people are more likely to buy from a business or person that engages with them on Facebook. So we want to use the tool that we're going to talk about today, the Facebook favorites tool, to make sure we do that. So what actually are Facebook favorites? This is a simple, quick, and easy tool that's been around for about 2 years, easy to learn. That allows you to create and see only a pool of friends and businesses that you have selected instead of having to see your entire news feed. So it's actually a list of your 30 favorite friends and businesses that get built into a tool right inside the app, so you can search and filter by those. Facebook favorites is also a strategy to battle what Instagram calls its close friends, which has been around for about 2 years now, that allows you to see the content from the people that you want to see it the most. This is another iteration of Facebook's attempt at micro sharing, which is something they've been working on since 2011 and have not been successful. So hopefully this one actually is. And it's a way to avoid the noise of 500 plus million pieces of content that get posted every single day. So every day on Facebook, 500 plus million pieces of content get posted. This allows you to sort through all those with a click of one button. And this tool is still something that 95% of Facebook users are not using, not even to their advantage, but not using at all. So I'm going to show you guys how to use that today. So how do you add favorite pages and favorite people? I'm going to show you how to add people to it first, and then I'm going to show you where to find the actual tool, because you kind of have to do it in this order for it to make sense. So let's talk about businesses first. If you're looking to add a business, I just picked a sports team. If you're looking to add a business, when you search and find that business, the top, you're going to see send message. Then you're going to see something that either says like, L-I-K-E, or liked, L-I-K-E-D. If you have not liked it yet, you need to do that first. So once you hit the like button, the thumbs up will fill in, the color will fill in, and then it will say liked, like it does on my screen. So you could see that you like that business. You're following that business. Once we do that, then we can actually add it into the favorites tool. And the way that we do that is we go in and we click on the button that says liked again. So now we're clicking on it for a second time. And then this little pop-up menu is going to show up that says follow settings, save, share, like as your page, invite friends, block page, report page. We're going to click on the one that says follow settings at the top. And when we do so, it'll give us another menu that allows us to work through and see what we want to do. It defaults to this one that says default, which means you'll see that page whenever the algorithm tells you to see it or whenever it thinks you should see it. Now, what you want to do is make the switch. We don't want to use snooze or off, and we want to switch from default up to the one that says favorites. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the button for favorites, and when we click it, it will take us here and it'll say, now you'll see posts higher in your feed. So this means we'll see it more often, and we'll get to manage it later at a later screen. So when we hit favorites, we're going to hit update all the way at the bottom. And that's going to put it into our favorites tool, which I will show you how to find later. So you can filter and just see a news feed of only your top 30 people. Now that was a business page. So if you have any small businesses that you're working with or that send you referrals, that's what you want to do. Now, if you want to do it with a person, this is my brother's page. If I go on, I have to be friends with them first. So you want to make sure you're friends first. Once you are friends, you're then going to click on the button that says friends. And it's going to give you this little pop-up, favorites, edit friend list, unfollow, or unfriend. We're going to click on the one that says favorites. When we do, that little button will light up in yellow and it will say favorites with the highlighted star. And then that means they are on our favorites list. So we can see them in our favorites tool coming up here in a minute. So that's how to do it for pages and for people. Now, how do you add, find, and manage your current favorites? So to do this, what you want to do is go to your home page for Facebook. So this is the Facebook home. Everybody's might look a little different. If yours does, no worries. But you want to just make sure at the top you click the blue house, which takes you to the most neutral homepage with no settings, no filters, no nothing on it. So we're going to click the home page. And then on the left side, we're going to see our little toolbar. When I zoom in here, this is what the toolbar looks like. So at the top should be your name. Above is the search bar. And below it, yours might be in a different order than mine. It just depends on what features you use and how often you use them. But a couple of the options down, you're going to see the word favorites. If you do not see favorites, click on the one that says see more, and it will be in there. But wherever you find it, we want to click on favorites. And then it will take us to something that still looks like our old news feed. This is the favorites news feed. If I go back, this is the original news feed. You'll see the only differences are the stories section at the top. When I'm in the favorites news feed, it says the word favorites under my home screen, and your favorites bar should be lit up on the left side. Now, what this does is this shows you in your news feed. This is a custom news feed for only people in the favorites tool. This will show you what anyone that you've selected to be in your favorites group is posting. So you can have up to 30 of them in there, and you'll be able to see people and businesses based on what you picked. And if you want to check them out or add or remove people from it, you're going to hit this button that says manage favorites at the top towards the middle. When I click on that, it will show us this list of preferences. You can manage your favorites, so you can put more people on or delete it right from the top. You can unfollow people. So if you want to get rid of them or their business page, you can do that. You can use the reconnect tool, which allows you to find people that you've either unfollowed or disconnected with in the past and reconnect with them. You can snooze someone or a business page, which means you won't see their stuff anymore for 30 days. Kind of like blocks them out or puts them in a quiet mode so you don't see them for 30 days. And you can control the reaction preferences. So if they see your likes and your hearts, or if you see theirs. But what you want to do is click on manage favorites, and you'll be able to manage these and manage this favorite news feed, which is the key part of the tool, is this news feed. So some tips and tricks here. You can have up to 30, so a total of 30, and you want to use every available space. You can have 30 people on this tool at a time, no more, no less. The goal is that in your top 30, what you want to include, your short-term leads. So anyone that you think that's 90 days out or less, those should be people that are top priority, because we want to make sure we're staying in front of them and they're in front of us as much as possible. Then your midterm leads. These are going to be people that are between 90 days and 6 months out. These are going to be our second priority, so that anybody that, is still in that decision-making time, they're not sure maybe if they're going to use you or another agent. They don't know if they want to buy or rent yet. But when they're in that time frame, we want them in there. Then our top referral sources. These are going to be the people and the pages that are sending us or giving us or helping to feed us business. We want to make sure we have those in there kind of as a third priority. So short-term leads first, medium-term leads second, and then our top referral sources. And remember, we can only put 30 in there. So we have limited space. We want to make sure we balance those correctly. Now you want to make sure you're checking this favorites feed once a day. And if so, you'll never miss a post that these top 30 make. So you'll never miss out on content or anything that they're sharing. So they'll always think and feel that you're connected to them. Update this favorites list at least once a month. As people fall off or need to be added on, you can update them. So let's say you have someone on there right now that's a lead, but then that lead buys something. They don't need to be on there anymore once they've bought something, because you've got the piece of business from them. Then we want to move on. So we'd remove them from there and then add our next friend on there. and get out here and start this thing today. This is a tool that still 95% of people that have Facebook are not using. They don't even know it's there. So this is a tool that can be used to your advantage for a while before people start catching up, especially because eventually people are going to catch on to this. But it's been around about a year now, and it's still only as 5% of users actually using it. So in summary, this is a quick, simple, easy tool for you to go out there, add your top 30 people onto, and make sure you're staying in front of them more often than everybody else so that you can turn them into business. As always, thank you guys for your business at Southeast Title. We appreciate it. Thanks to Kerry for making all of our slides and making everything look nice. Coming up next week at this same time, we're going to do a March Madness theme. We're going to have some fun with that now that March Madness is kind of getting close to the wrap-up time. And if you guys need anything, this is how you can get in touch with me. And the QR code on the right side, if you're not in my private Facebook group already, that will send you right there. So if you need anything or you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat or unmute yourself and ask away. And if not, you are free. I hope you have a good day.